Hello, everyone. This is your host. This is your host, Shweta. You are watching 4M at New York Fashion Week. 4M TV USA is a TV initiative from North America focused on mental health. 4M stands for mental health, migration, multi language, and culture and mindfulness. We are practicing mindfulness beyond borders. And having said that, we have two beautiful guests with us. Katrina, she's a model, and our dear Omar. So let's start with Katrina. Katrina, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. My name is Katarina. I'm originally model and actress from Europe, from Czech Republic. I moved to the New York 2 years ago. I'm currently full-time model. I'm also a brand ambassador for modeling school, and I'll be also working for New York Fashion Week on this Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh, I wish I was there. Now I have my vaccine, so I can probably give it a try, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, Katrina, tell us what made you decide to be in a modeling world?
Yeah, so I'm start modeling as a kid in the Europe. I really enjoying that. When I moved here, I got more experience. Um, so I'm doing different type of shoot, also commercial. I'm enjoying also runway. So I think that New York Fashion Week is something really amazing. It'll be my actually second time working for New York Fashion Week. So I'm really exciting.
Oh, sounds interesting. So, do you have any idea for how many designers you will be walking the ramp? Or I would say
So
rocking the ramp.
so we already had the fitting. The fitting was still virtual through the Zoom, but probably I should walk for the sixth designer this upcoming New York Fashion Week. So I'm excited because on February I was walking just for three designers. So now will be even more. So I'm really excited because it will be different type of clothes. So I'm really looking for it.
That's awesome, Katrina. And I don't want our dear Omar to feel left out. So let's go to you,
Sure.
Omar. Tell us something about yourself.
Yeah, so I am the CEO and founder of Soundpace International. We are a public relations company, and we started off in 2005. We started off with music, and slowly we started branching out to fashion. Back in 2015, we started doing fashion shows, fashion events, and now we're heavily involved in all the New York Fashion Week shows. We do Plitz Fashion, we do Art Hearts, and we also do Fashion Sizzle, some of the top, you know, producers of the fashion events. Um, I've known Katrina, since the last 2 years from Plitz Fashion, and she's a great model, and I think she has a wonderful career ahead of her.
Oh, that's great. That's impressive. I hope one day I will be walking for Omar and with Katrina, right?
Yeah.
So, Omar, who is your favorite designer?
I have a few that I have in mind, but I think my favorite is actually Tom Ford, who actually I follow him very dearly, and I love all his designs and his colognes and everything. So I'm a big fan of Tom Ford.
Wow. So, Katrina, do you agree with him or you have some different choice or who's your favorite
I
designer?
also agree. I would just add maybe Michael Kors. I'm also really. This is also one of my favorite brand. So I'm really excited to also watch the show about Michael Kors.
Oh, I love their bags. So, man, they are amazing, right?
Yeah.
Their bags, their shoes, and name it and
Yeah,
get it,
exactly.
right?
I love these bags.
Yes, Oh, I remember buying a jacket like which has like a lot of micro codes logo, and all my friends are like, "Are you doing an ad for micro codes?" I'm like, yeah, I look like an ad shop right now. Okay, let me go and return this." So yeah, but yeah, all great designers. And do you guys have any question for me before I mean, I will keep going on and on. You can see.
Yeah, I have a question. Tell us about the pageant that you won in DC. Tell us a little bit about the pageant thing, because
Yes. So, I actually did not even plan to go for that pageant. I already had two titles before, and it happened to, I mean, I was in this show, and the organizer of this pageant, she was like, "Oh, you look great. And have you heard about this pageant which is happening like 3 weeks from now?" I'm like, "No, I don't know." And she's like, "Would you like to participate?" And I'm like, I don't think I'm done with pageants, right? So, and she's like, "No, no, no, no. I think you should go for this pageant, and I mean, I'm organizing it, and definitely you are a good candidate." And that's how I ended up there. And I was like so nervous. I walked in the room, and everyone was like, "Who is this lady, and why is she here?" Because of my previous title, people know me, and they were like, "She already had part of her glory. She should not be even coming." And I'm like, "Sorry, I'm just one of the candidate, and I'm as nervous as you all are. I have no clue what I'm gonna do." And that was the last practice, for they have been doing the rehearsals and everything for months. And that was the last practice when I went there, and I'm like, "Okay, this is an opening dance." And I'm like, "Okay, where should I stand?" And they're like, "Stand anywhere, find a position." I'm like, can you guys scoot a little bit?" And I was the tallest of all. And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, you can stand anywhere." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm strict as like," so, but it was like, that's everyone is already ready, and someone just walks in, and people are like, "Why are you here?" Right? We have done all that. But we made good friends by end of the day. It was really, really very interesting journey. And yeah, I performed my classical dance for my talent. And I had a lot of fiascos before that, so I'll probably talk to you guys offline. People don't need to know, but yeah, my pageant journey was a little bumpy, but I ended up with a crown, so which was definitely a great ending. So it's not an ending if it doesn't end on happy note, right? That's what we say. So I ended up getting the crown, a prestigious crown, and here I am. This is DC.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Katrina, you have any question for me? I talk, right?
Yes, I forgot to mention I also won Miss Aerobic competition in Europe, 2017. So
That's
yeah, I did like a similar process. So maybe my question: what is your advice for someone who also planning, to go to some competition like that for first time? What is like your advice?
So my advice is, anytime you start any new venture, I know everything is very nerve-wracking, right? If you are trying to enter, especially in the pageant world. I mean, you walk ramp. I have walked ramp before, and it's just, it's every time you go there, it's nerve-wracking. But what you have to remember, that it's not about winning or losing. It's about the experience. It's about the journey. What the outcome is, it's not in your hand. Go with, a positive mindset. Always be open about learning, about new things and all. But don't go with that, "If I don't get the crown," you are already a winner once you are there, right? So go with the mindset that, once I come out of this pageant, I will be a different woman. I will be a woman of substance. I am a woman who is so confident, and I am role model for everyone, and I will not give up until I get that beast.
Yes.
So, do you guys want to talk a little bit about like New York Fashion Week? What's happening? I'm excited to know.
Yeah, so let's talk about New York Fashion Week. So this weekend we have Plit's fashion show going on. So it's Saturday and Sunday, and Katarina already mentioned that she's working for 6 designers. Katarina, you wanna like elaborate a little bit of what designers you're working for this weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know last
So,
year you walked for Johnny. I think the highlight was Johnny
uh,
Abstract. Yeah.
yes, I would also maybe start with that
Okay.
because the Johnny Abstract is actually designer from New York City. I was working for his collection in February, and it was amazing. His design of the clothes, it's a more like street fashion style. So I would highly recommend to also check it out. He also invited me for his show on Sunday. So hopefully after I'll be working for plates and my collection, I'll be also able to go to see a new abstract collection because it was really amazing. So this is what I also love about New York Fashion Week. I met there already so many amazing new designers, also the models around the world. So I'm really excited for this weekend to meet new people, new models, new designers, made a connection, and yeah, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think New York Fashion Week is all about making connections and getting in touch with the right people. Actually, that's how I met so many models, so many designers, and so many top producers who are in the industry. I think it's a great way of meeting people. Katarina, tell us about your experience at Plitz Fashion Show last year, because I know it was like the height of the pandemic. And I remember you had to wear a mask every time. I had to take your mask off and mask on.
Yes.
How was your
So
experience? Yeah, with
in
that.
February, the fashion week was because of pandemic a little different. It wasn't open to public at all. So the people was able to see the show just through the internet, through the social media. I think the Blitz was streaming the our fashion show through the Instagram. So in the February, that was actually the only way to see the show. Also, how Omar mentioned, on every time when we are walking, also behind the scene we have to keep the mask all the time, so it was little with the makeup like uncomfortable, but hopefully now because we have to be the vaccinating and everything, now the show, I think it's everything getting back to normal. Our show on Sunday is open to public, so I'm really excited because my two last show was without people. So I think the people also bringing that, the
The
energy
energy,
and
right?
that
The energy. Yeah,
amazing vibes. So
exactly. Yeah.
this, I think, it's different from the February show. Because the COVID, I was not able to open to public, so the rules was a little bit different.
Right.
This pandemic has really changed the way we used to live our life, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's
Normal,
Yes.
right? This
yeah.
vaccine is such a savior, right? Oh my God. Like now we can go out and actually see real people, not virtually, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So Omar, you tell us about a little bit about your company and the designers you work with, and how did you basically came up with this idea?
Okay, so I actually didn't want to get into fashion, but I've been involved with fashion for a long time. Back in 2015, I had a lot of people, I had a lot of friends who were in the industry, in the fashion industry. So I was like, why not branch into the fashion industry, because that's something that I really had a passion on.
Mhm.
And I think it's wonderful that to meet so many beautiful models, designers. I think it's great. And what we're doing actually is what Soundpace is doing in the last couple of years is that we're trying to bring some international designers from India and Bangladesh over to New York Fashion Week. So we want to make this scene a very international scene. We want to bring the style and the all the wonderful designers that we have in India, whom I had a great opportunity to meet last before COVID. So they're all coming down next year. And then also we have people from Bangladesh is also coming over this coming February. So we're actually hoping to make New York Fashion Week a very international platform for all the designers. I think. No.
That's amazing. And so, Omar, tell me, like, if you are also open to giving chance to the new designers. Like, I mean, so lately I have been working with some of new upcoming designers who are not like in the league right now, but their work is amazing. I mean, honestly, I have I do pageant coaching as well, right? And I have myself worked with them very closely to design dresses for the pageant for my contestants, and they're just amazing. It's just I feel that they just don't get enough exposure and chance like how other people get. So, do you think that you guys have any kind of platform to give them also
Yeah,
chance? Or
this is what we do actually. Our company, we work with very low key designers who are independent. They're
Mhm.
not with any big companies. So we give them a chance to showcase their product at one of the top platforms in the world, which is New York Fashion Week. I
Yeah,
mean, this is probably the biggest exposure they can get.
yeah,
I think Katarina knows that she walked at some of the designers that I brought over to Blitz Fashion, and a lot of them actually have never done a fashion show, but this is the chance for them to walk to do a show at New York Fashion Week. It's just an amazing thing, and it's
yeah.
wonderful for the models as well, so they can wear all the nice, beautiful clothes from India,
Mhm.
such as the saris and everything. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I'm really looking forward to that.
I mean, if you're open to ideas, I have some in hand. I mean, trust me, you will not regret. They are just awesome, and it's just I
Okay.
feel they're in small place, very remote areas of India, and their talent is amazing. It's just you're trying to find a diamond, right?
Exactly,
And
exactly, yeah. So there's a lot of hidden talent out there, but you just have to look for it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree, I
exactly.
agree. And so, Katrina, you tell us about your acting experience. We have been talking about modeling a lot, but acting experience. So, what kind of roles do you do, or have you done any big shows, stuff like that?
So I actually start acting like recently.
Mhm.
Uh, and I start because the acting and modeling is also something what I would say it's like connect to each other. So when I got my first commercial, it was in February for some body oil. So I really enjoying do also commercial, and commercial I would say it's like mix of modeling and acting.
Mhm.
So I start more also applying for commercials. I start also doing extra for different type of movies. So I'm a little like a building now also my acting career. So far I did a couple of different commercials, some small roles in the movies, and what I'm really exciting, it will be also I'll be extra in the Pretty Little Liars.
Nice, nice, nice. Omar, you also tell us a little bit about like has sound placed on some international fashion shows, or I mean, what's your biggest fashion show, or the biggest, I would say, what do you say? Have you is there any favorite? I
Well,
would say.
actually, my favorite show, so far, has to be the 2019 February show,
Uh-huh.
which we did with Plitz Fashion.
Mhm.
I don't think Katarina, were you there at the show? I think
No, no,
no.
no.
Okay, so Katarina wasn't there. But anyway, so it was 2019, February 2019. This was just before we hit the pandemic. So that was actually our last big show. And we brought over one of a good friend of mine, Pia Hussain. He came over from Bangladesh, and he actually, did a brilliant show. We had a great coverage, a lot of paparazzi, wonderful clothing. It's just an amazing show. And I think we're gonna bring him over again next year. He's also confirmed for February 2022. Due to the pandemic, we couldn't bring any international designers this year, but hopefully we have our fingers crossed for next year.
Yeah, hoping we can open up the flights,
Yeah,
right? Please.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting
I mean,
for
the flights are still not normal yet, like from India or Bangladesh. Yeah, it's not normal yet. So hopefully next year will be fine.
Yep, hoping, keeping
Yeah.
fingers crossed, right? We don't want any variant floating around. So, yeah, you guys have any questions for me, or
Yeah. What was it like to be at the pageant? And can you share the experience? Like, I mean, I mean, I'm sure you've done pageants before, or was this your first pageant winning? And
no, I actually have done 4, and luckily I won all 4.
Oh wow.
You can tell I talk so much. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
let's just give her the crown and get her out of here.
right.
No, so okay, what I have seen over the years is like when we actually join the pageant, we go with the I'm talking about my very first pageant. Like
Mhm.
you go with a mindset, hey, I have to look super pretty, I have to dress up nicely, I have to make sure that I look presentable on stage, and I talk, meaningful things, right? All those things. So, one thing that I have really learned from the pageant is that the way it transforms a woman, not just, how they look or how they present, themselves, outside, but how they think also. It just changes your thinking process, right? It's not just about, I mean, she learns to accept herself like the way she is, right? And then it's like, then after that, there is no going back. After that, it's just, I am going forward, and I am just looking forward, and I will just make sure that I become better version of me every day, not someone else, right? So that thing comes with experience and time. And now if I have to go for a pageant and all, I mean, I honestly, at least I lost the stage fear, so you can tell, right?
Right.
I honestly did not even read anything from that script. So, you know, you just become very, very confident. So, you don't have the fear to face the world. The world, seems like that they are all your friends. You are not showcasing yourself, but you are basically presenting your views, right? So I feel that it has really made a big difference in my life, and I believe that doing this pageant has also given me the voice that is heard, because I'm holder. I like to do a lot of community service now. There are more people joining my hands. I mean, if I put something on Facebook or any social media, it is meaningful. So you know. Everything comes with pros and cons, so I have to be careful. Right? You are carrying a big responsibility. This crown is a big responsibility. It's just not a piece of jewel. It is a big responsibility on your shoulder that you have to make sure, because people are looking up to you as a queen, right? As a role model.
Right.
And if you know you are becoming better version of you, you can inspire others. And that's how I see it. And luckily I got a chance to train a couple of ladies, and 11 out of 10 have crown now. So that's a
Oh
story.
wow.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes. So yeah, it's so rewarding. I mean, helping people or helping these women reach their goal. And I now have started feeling more happy seeing them in crown than what I felt when I had a crown on. So yeah, it's amazing. It's truly amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's the pageant world and pageant journey, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Um,
so this weekend we have the show is starting at 12 noon, right? Katarina, the
Yes.
fashion show.
Yes. Uh-huh. Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
and then the Sunday show, actually, you guys, anybody can attend. It's open to public.
mhm.
So, if you guys,
Is it virtual or?
yeah, we are actually doing a virtual, live online, and we'll give you guys the link so you can access it. And Katarina will be walking, so
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes,
And
Nice.
hopefully it will be a very exciting weekend coming up.
that's awesome. That's really awesome. And thank you, Omar. Thank you, Katrina. And I hope all our viewers enjoyed our chit chat. Right? I know it's not right, but thank you for putting up with me. And keep watching 4M at New York Fashion Week. Our show is on, Omar. When is the show? Can we give the details
It's
on the board?
this Saturday starting at noon. Yeah, it's September
Yes.
11th and September 12th. Yep.
Both the days. So
Both
Saturday, September 11th, and
Sunday,
Sunday,
September
September
12th.
12th.
Yep.
12.
12 noon. 12 noon to 7 p.m. Yep.
Okay. And where can we find the links?
We will give I'm gonna give the link on the website so you guys can access it. And also on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. I will be sharing with all my friends and family,
Sure.
and trust me, it will be all over my wall everywhere.
Thank you, 4MTV, for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Shweta.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for having
Good
me.
night. Good night, everyone.
Okay, good night.
Thank you guys.
Bye
Good
for
night.
now.